back. Yanko the camp of the Greater Accra Regional Minister. Yanko the camp of the Greater Accra Regional Minister. There's something which is really going on here, shocking. Now, the pictures I will share on if the AMA, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly or camp. One of the things which is actually shocking here is how a particular warehouse and I say electrical company be produce wires and so forth. These people who are supposed to be producing wires, they actually go around cutting ECG wires and selling it to these companies to melt them, manufacture again or remanufacture them and sell it back to the public and ECG itself. It's basically a more of reincarnation, okay, of a materials that were hoarded. And in the area, say a more transformer, now, saying the videos on social media to me say, "Obi a match ya dano na onwa kosoko we transformer. Ade bechi na otale transformer on to say ebia akuko bia wire ana maybe a wire ache no ana electricity wire ache na say what den." These people no mo kofa wire we no mo to charge street light near the omo koton emasa company we. And no end at the Greater Accra Regional Minister and no end at the AMA boss. Any certain task force or must storming this company clearly no Lebanese for this ankwasiasam e wukrum ha. These are the pictures. They've closed down this particular place. Now, we have a lot of things to show for you to know exactly where this is heading. To show the whole screen, so I'll say 2 recycling firms shut down for allegedly purchasing stolen street lights and ECG cables from scrap dealers. So what these Lebanese people do is that they come into this country. Okay, ideally, I was say omoye recycling company ebia wo fia na omutu twema sa aboti foi onu hu a o say condemn we say wo bibia say from microwave to ebia radio. They take it omokwa no makoyi mu niema into the magnet the wires no omudi bomba no makwakoton amankofo we eye condemn na say na repurpose no and na say we recycle that. It makes sense, but at the end of the day no sa nkofo ya omo ne nam se condemn ebi mu de omo nam se condemn o tepi ahomachi no ma planning no ma dress say ECG people, then they will go and climb the ECG cable and cut all the wires na ya dane no ya kwale the nines ne dia to kill you na akota man nkofo we ene ye say Accra is dark ye be street light ahomachi kwabrane be so ni we tutu street light ni nia no akoton ama sankrofo we etiefo na sankrofo we almost yes omo ye recycling company no almost a repurpose wires no nti wires now they will melt it, package it and sell it back to ECG. Juma nko 40 chrome mudi ye wia ni yes Mahama buying ye wia yes then Mahama are buying. Now AM4 edin sembebre ebe tuja. We'll read this and also get more details into the show the whole screen so ewa ha say ya ready amawa ni taking it from the top we post a feed Accra Metropolitan Assembly or say GARCC, okay. I believe that will be the Greater Accra Regional Command Center. And also AMA shut down NNS Metals Blancomet over alleged purchase of stolen ECG cables as scrap. It's these 3 agencies, so I started down a company of NNS Metals and also Blancomet. Omo top and conform we wires, ECG wires. Omo to top omo wa no omo ti kronum se omo ye de broni e friend is recycling yen to aso e wa ha say or say a joint task force led by the Greater Accra Regional Minister Honorable Linda Obenewa Akwele Okulu with support from the Mayor of Accra Honorable Michael Pakpo Alothe and Municipal Chief Executive MCE for Ablikuma Central Honorable Frank Inkansa has closed down NNS Metal Company Limited and Blanco Met Recycling for allegedly buying stolen ECG cables and other electrical equipment from scrap dealers. The 2 recycling firms were locked up on Tuesday during an enforcement and monitoring operation that took the regional minister and his team to the Old Onion Market, Agbogbloshie, and selected recycling yards as part of renewed drive to sanitize the enclave and clamp down on criminal networks feeding on public infrastructure. In the minister, together with these people, call some way to make sure that one more to ECG cables, street light from a conform, they close them down. So that obi ko via side we know the bar onya baby or beton. And to us to be say. Speaking in an interview after the operation, the regional minister said the visit formed part of efforts to enforce earlier directives at Agbagloshi, which she noted had been declared toxic and unsafe for human habitation. She explained officials acted on intelligence that stolen streetlight cables and other ECG equipment, including meters, transformers, and high-tension materials, were being sold through scrap markets and channeled to specific yards for the copper to be traded. According to her, preliminary checks during the operation revealed quantities of fresh electrical cables and other equipment on site, including items typically found in warehouses, which reinforced the suspicions that stolen public assets were being traded through the yards. In these agencies, they got tip of say, companies, Lebanese companies, omo tonton ne mebi efi krom ha nkofobia sa ne omo tonton stolen meters, stolen ECG wires, stolen transformers, any transformers equipment, any wires ni cables. Inti sa team for mo stormers and nkofo we omo warehouse no unannounced no omo hu say sa die we nkofo yi ewe no ECG4 there cables we ECG4 there. These are ECG properties. So how come it's here? So it reinforces intelligence na omunya. Also, according to her, preliminary checks during the operation revealed quantities of fresh electrical cables and other equipment on sites, including typically found in warehouse, which reinforced the suspicion. She consequently directed that the facilities be shut temporarily to allow investigations to proceed, adding that security personnel were deployed to secure the premises while relevant agencies were noted to take over the next steps. It is for Bonia ebimuti chrome has AD and no. And yet, and the ECG is running at a loss. ECG is running at a loss. It is for Yayan Crowfo, Town near Mano. Near Mano and Masanko for Intusha, Michael Papo Alothi, who happened to be, I think, the AMA boss. Or say, on Tuesday, he joined the task force led by the Greater Accra Regional Minister, Linda Oklu, with support from the Municipal Chief Executive, Franklin Cancer, to shut down NN Metal Company Limited and Blanco Met Recycling and for allegedly purchasing stolen electricity company of Ghana cables and other electrical equipment from scrap dealers. The recycling firm were locked up during enforcement and monitoring operation that took the regional minister and a team to Old Onion Market Agbogbloshie to dismantle criminal networks preying on public infrastructure. So the same thing now, okay. So what these two companies say, Baku are positioning as a recycling company. So they buy from scrap dealers. When they buy from scrap dealers, or more recycler, no matter create a different company. As a different company, no, and no, and a year your friend is saying, NN Metals, no, NN Metal Company, no. Inti Blanco Met, no, a talk near money from scrap dealers, no more recycler. Not NN Metal, no, I then atom. So NN Metal, no, more like a metal company who produces metals, but then two companies, the Blanco Mets, from scrap dealers, not Oma recycle, not Blanco Mets, the same recycled materials, ECG4 near man, Oma Tama ECG4. It's A4. Bonnet, ebimu edit chrome has no. So that is the issues and some of the live pictures I will show on the screens. It be some of the things, of course, and whom pictures and I will share on the screens. It is a very sad. Now, I say a farmer passionately, Wababe Kasa said, Mahama, dear Amasisia, fertilizer, not first 8,000 cities, It's a price, Abba form. Yanko Ties and Sama farmer, edit to when we come back, we end this particular update.
Politicians, mo person mo how ya adwene. Na mo retete yen. Adruwe. Na na Akufo-Addo breso no. Na 60 cities. Adruwe. Your friends grammar zone. Near 60 cities and then 28 cities. Your turn right. 25 cities. 30 cities. And your tongue adruwe. Machine ya bomb machi. kafu na na Akufo-Addo breso na ban bi breso no na 350 cedis ene 200 Ghana cedis ene na a secret bag kan breso no na 750 cedis ene nyame adom obi aba Mahama abangaba ndis abangaba ene 450 cedis abiri bi atwam a year last year me fan say 2023 na yeton omo bag 5 kilos na 1.5 ene 50 cedis na wo obi ti say MPP ni wuti radio so ti television so eka kire yen say wo mpa ya wo bo ane say John Dramani Mahama na membu no onfeli na wo aban emra sesa suban we wo mu a na se wo nwini yanti mamufo ho wo party pe na wo dwene ho na se sa na ye wo suban dia nyame tua wo ka amen wo a wo se wo ye MPP ni ana se wo ye party wo party nti ti mamufo de yemre yen de yen koso ne yemre ene Petro aba 9 cedis Petro aba 10 cedis from 17 cedis to 10 cedis Mahama nya hweye ndisi nya hweye na se wo ti radio so ka say wo mpai bo no se Mahama nfeli dia mi se urade ontua wo ka ziampa efi se wo suban na wo dem no enye suban papa ziampa momo breso ana mpa e bai se dollar no rise ya na fe wo kokuruma na wo timu nyina hyehyew mo ka kire yen se yentua yi levy na se etua yi levy a sa yi levy no ana mo de besi suku adan ya yeloro kwanga mayen ampa ni nyina mu no yetua yi levy ni wie no suku adan ye hu loro kwan so aye hu enu mpo wu sa bompai se Mahama amambu no mu no trokane asa kosa akwaso num ede nyankopon ye Israel fufi Egypt no man ko Egypt bio. You will never go back to Egypt again. Memawati has said we will never go to MPP Egypt system yem komu bio. Na say ya won paibo no dia. Kan Exodus chapter 9 verse number 1 or say kachire Pharaoh say o ma me man nko na won konko som me awurade. Mahama yen fi sa kwanso no mu say yembra no ono be som yen na sie ya se won paibo no say Mahama mfeli a me se wosuru nyankopon ontua wo ka. Siapa